bit late because apparently I had to change a little date. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Hi guys. Happy Wednesday. Yes, I did say it was Wednesday, didn't I? Hello and happy Wednesday. Nice to have you here. Kind of bright, yeah, it's all good. Welcome, welcome. Reggie and I say welcome. Reggie is hanging out with me. He's just ready to cause some trouble, I'm sure, like me. Hello. Let's say hello, and we'll get going in a sec. Heather, I fixed it. You know what? I can't. Sometimes I can't win. I'm glad you pointed it out, Heather. I know you didn't mean anything mean by it, but the date was set for 2025. My file was named 2025, but that little pesky date on the image said 2024. So we're good. I fixed it. So thank you. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another rendition, I don't know, of What's New Wednesday. My name is Lael Konkar and I have a business called Lael by Mail. I was going to say when I'm not traveling, but that's a Saturday thing usually. Anyhow, when I have new products to share, either my own Lael by Mail products that are brand new or products that I brought in to the website from other manufacturers, we do a What's New Wednesday. So very fun evening ahead of us. I have today released 5 new stamp sets, 2 new metal dies, and then 2 new storage pouches, and we're going to take a look at a couple of other things as we get going. If you are watching live, welcome to you. There is a live chat that is taking place, so if you want to, say hello with your little fingers, and that is how I can interact with you guys. So if you are watching the replay, welcome to you as well. You're just as important as the live folks. If you want to interact, the best way to interact if you're watching the replay is to then go ahead and leave a comment on the video, and then I can see it and respond. So welcome, whether you're live or whether you're Memorex. If you are watching live, well, really either way, if you're watching live or you're watching replay, thumbs up, please. That is the easiest thing that you can do for any content creator that you're interacting with. So thumbs up, if you leave a comment, it's just so helpful. So I appreciate it if you would give thumbs up. Okay, let's really quickly see who we have here. Hello, Heather. Hi, Bernice. Tabitha, hello. Hi, Kelly's Creative Dreams. Hello, Nick. Nick is not in the next room. Nick is elsewhere. Nick's seen the new goodies, which, yeah. So, honey, what am I releasing tonight? He'd have to quickly go and look on the website, and then he would know. He's just being nice. I don't think he has a clue what's coming out. I don't think he has a clue, but he's a good guy, so yes. Let's see. Kelly's Creative Dream said, are we ready to spend money? Some of you already have today. If you are joining me live, how many of you already placed an order today? The orders have been coming in hot and fast, and which is awesome. Always very exciting to see, especially when they're my own products that I am releasing, when you guys embrace them and love them as much as I do. So thank you for that. Thank you. Let's see. Kelly, look, Heather's ready to ooh and ah. And Heather, I saw this. I'm so sorry. Heather shared in the chat that she got laid off yesterday. 28 years with the same company. Oh, Heather, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. There is nothing other to say than I'm sorry. Anybody that says, oh, maybe it was for the best or things happen for a reason, I know in the thick of things, I'm sorry. So I hope that better days lie ahead for you, because that is just stressful, especially when you show clearly so much loyalty because you've been there for so long. Joanne H70 already got her order in. Hi, Sarah. Sarah's looking forward to seeing the new goodies. Pamela, hello, Pamela from Frozen, Virginia. Hello from Frozen, Utah to Frozen, Virginia, and Frozen anywhere else you may be. Joanne is here from Brisk, Canada, somewhere up north. Hello, Denise. Nice to see you. Lots of things happen in the chat. I love that. And there's Cindy Hollenbach. I always know Cindy because I see her purple hearts, and that's kind of her signature. So I wouldn't even see her name, and I would know that's Cindy. So hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Good morning, Karen. Hello, Rainy. Just want to make sure we get through a couple of hellos before we dive in. Hi, Diane, Janine. Hello, hello, Carrie. Jeanette was just looking at the new stamps. So yeah, we're gonna take a real close, up close look at everything tonight, or whenever you're watching. Hello, Mary Peck. Mary Peck, that always makes me smile. I love it. Hi, Mimi. Nice to see you. Mary J. Blige is in the house. Nancy, Brenda. Let's see. Oh, Heather, that's such a great way to put it. Heather's friend said to her, "They're paying you to reinvent yourself. What a gift!" That's what a great way to look at it, Heather. What perspective! I applaud you for that. That's amazing. Hello, Nancy is happy to be joining us live. Diane 3090 from Kettering, Ohio. Hi, J-Lo. We've got J-Lo and Mary J. Blige in the house. You guys probably didn't know that the really famous pop singers like to hang out with us, did you? Hi, Mari. Okay, Misty Joy. All right, friends, we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna get going. I just want to make sure. Yeah, Nick, there he is. Nick said, "I saw your post earlier." So when he said he's seen the new products, he's seen them just like you guys have online, on the internet, on the interwebs, and social media. That's a hoot. That's a hoot, honey. When you get home, I will do a personal one-on-one. I will present all the new products and tell you all the wonderful virtues and why you need them. Okay. And then we'll make him come sell them. How about that? Oh my goodness. Jeanette said, that's smart, Jeanette. So as Jeanette was looking today, she said she put them on her wish list to decide tonight. Hello, Geraldine. Okay. Crafty Carly placed an order. She strongly suspects she'll be placing another after this live. I love it. Hello, Julie from Atlanta. All right, guys, we are going to, well, I just have to mention this one comment and then I'll flip the camera because I know you guys don't want to hear me, you want to see. But I have to read this one because Wanda said her big birthday is Saturday. She needs to buy some things for her. 70, Wanda, oh my goodness, what a milestone. Happy early birthday. That's very exciting. All right, guys. Okay. So if you love to comment in the chat as we were kind of, just saying our hellos, and if I missed it and you want to make sure I see it, best thing to do is to just type it again and put it in all uppercase. And then as I rotate the camera, then it's a little bit easier for me to see. Okay. So here we go. Reggie's just sitting here asleep, just sitting here checking things out. He's probably supervising. Let me turn off the overhead lights. We'll move a few lights around and then we will get the party started. How about that? How about? So it has been, oh my goodness, it has been a crazy day. A doctor's appointment early this morning, and then the launch for all the new products kicked off at 7 a.m. So I was up early, showered, everything ready to go by 7 a.m. So I could leave the house at 7:30 to go to my doctor's appointment, and then came back and emails were just like coming in fast and furious, people asking questions and wanting to add to their order and all different kinds of things. And the day never stopped. So that's always good. I love when days are super busy like that and fun and exciting. And yeah. All righty. I also did a little creating earlier this evening because I wanted to play around with the new dies and I wanted to show you kind of just something fun with that. All right, so as you are watching, let's go ahead and get plugged in. As you're watching, I have included a number of different links in the description box of the video. The easiest one is the one that just says what's new. And so if you click that link in the description box of the video, it will take you to the what's new page on my website where you can see all of the new things. I also have linked to some specific things. So if you don't want to go through the what's new and you're just looking for the storage pouches or the year in review kit or toddler time or something like that, you can also kind of shortcut it there as well. Oh, Wanda, it said it hurt to type that number. So no, you know what? You should say, I'm glad I'm around to type that number, right? That's amazing. And thank you, doctor says it. Yes, Heather, it was a just my annual physical checkup, run all the tests and things like that. So it was good. Thank you. Well, I go to see now the doctor in 2 weeks. So I saw the nurse practitioner where they run all the tests and then, 2 weeks. So she'll tell me, I know she's going to tell me some things I don't want to hear, but you know what? Yeah. Okay, friends. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first thing we're going to look at very briefly is the 2025 year in review project kit. So if you have not seen this, There is about a 10-minute flip through video here on my YouTube channel. I've also linked to the product on my website in the description box of the video. So I thought what I do, you can kind of see the whole kit on the website. So you can see all the pieces and parts that I use to put the project together, but I thought really quickly we would just take a look at the project. So 2025 Year in Review is a project kit that I have done for the last 5 years. This is my second best-selling kit that I do every year, second only to my December Documented, but this is based on my About Last Month style of memory keeping that I started doing about 4.5 years ago. And the idea behind it is at the beginning of a new month, you sit down and you document the prior month. And you basically document the month by making a list. And if you're new here and you don't know me, that's kind of what my whole world is about, is making lists. So, but we do it in kind of a fun and creative way. This type of memory keeping for me has been a game changer. I've been a scrapbooker for 28 years. And as my life changed and as Nick and I became empty nesters, and I kind of had to struggle with how can I continue to document things that, I need to document, even though I'm no longer following our kids around with the camera all the time, right? That's usually what I would document. So that's where About Last Month came into view. So the project kit comes with a class as well. That class will take place at the end of this month. And the kits just started shipping yesterday. But the whole idea is you are setting up your traveler's notebook for the whole year, or you have all of the product to then kind of create your list at the start of a new month for the prior month. Fun stamps in here that we're using, a nice exclusive acrylic piece, but just as we kind of take a look, I have used the custom die cuts. I collaborated with my friend Tracy Reed of Tracy Reed Designs to do the die cuts to pull from some of her past collections. But basically, you're getting your traveler's notebook ready. So when we do the class, we will sit down and we'll kind of document our January. We'll do our stamping, we'll make our list here, I'll add my photo or photos here, and we'll be off and running. Then January's documented. Now, if I decide to document more of January elsewhere or over the next year, I can, but it is in and it is done. And that's the whole thing, is to have a project that's super easy and approachable, so you are kind of checking off some of your memory keeping that maybe hasn't been happening in the past. All right, we're playing with some fun tip-in tape with a package of ephemera in the kit as well. So as you see, I've got kind of everything pre-designed that we'll go over in class for all of the different months. March, April, and I'll go through this pretty quickly. Just as I said, you can, you'll see here on YouTube, or if you click the link in the description box of the video, it will take you to the product page on the website where you can kind of look at that video in a little bit more depth. But that is an example of what it would look like. So these are photos, any of these photos in my sample for this year, obviously, because I time traveled. So I've actually already been to May of 2025. Really, they're from 2024, just so you could kind of get an example. But super fun, easy. All of the die cuts are themed, so they kind of work with a particular month. So you're not looking around trying to, buy 18 different packages to pull all of your, themed die cuts into play and so forth. We'll be doing a lot of stamping in class, talking about shadow stamping, mixing different colors, doing some masking and different things like that. This I've incorporated in this one, I think 2 or 3 new, well, not new. I've done these in my mini book classes for years, but Traveler's Notebooks, first time I've done this. So doing some interactive, showing you how to do some interactive things if you want to add more photos into your spread. And we're using that really cool tip-in tape to do that. Pocket. We did something like this last year in 2024. But using, making little photo strips and putting them in a pocket. So just lots of different ways. Here's another one, little door there. So teaching you some new things in terms of adding photos, but then just kind of giving you all the product that you need and going through class and kind of getting everything set up. So that is the 2025 Year in Review project kit, and it is It started shipping yesterday. I will tell you guys right now, between getting all of those orders out that have come in over the last couple of weeks, and then also all the orders for the brand new products that launched today that I will show you this evening, the team is probably about a week out. It's probably going to take about a week to get through all the orders. So usually they're great in kind of turning things around in about 2 to 3 days, but this time may take a little bit longer. So just so you know, just want to make sure that we're clear there. Okay, so let me move my big stool over that's got all the products stacked on it. Okay, let's do a little walk down memory lane to March of 2024. March of 2024, I launched this little guy. And it's since had a little bit of an update. Originally, it just had the navy blue zipper and navy blue trim. And I ordered, I can't even tell you how many of these. And the last time I placed a reorder, we decided to bring in the pink because those are kind of my brand colors. So that is a 13 by 13 craft storage pouch. These are amazing. You may have noticed in that 2025 year in review project kit, I showed it in one of those. That's because this project kit actually is kitted in one of those. So when you buy that project kit, you also get that with it. So these have been incredibly popular. These are great for storing your paper collections, your scrapbook collections, your paper, your embellishments. I mean, so many different things. So these have been just become a staple. So that launched first. I think this last summer, I launched this one, and this was kind of the traveler's notebook size. Now, it works for lots of different things, but if you look at it kind of for traveler's notebook size, here's my little pouch. And my little traveler's notebook just fits right in there. So that was kind of the idea behind that guy. So that one has also been out for a while. And today, 2 brand new ones launched. So super excited about these. You guys, I have had my order for these, I want to say probably for about 2 months. And we just held off. And Lily and Denise kept saying, hey, we have all of these boxes. When are we going to sell these? And I said, patience, friends, patience. All right. So this is the first one. This just kind of little small size. The price point, I want to say, I think the price point on this little guy is $2.99. The quality of these, and those of you that have bought them know, and you can tell those of you that haven't bought them, these are not the really thin, cheap that, you know, when you bend them, they totally like crinkle and crack. The thickness of the material, they're just a really, really great quality. So this is one of the 2 new sizes. This one is, I believe it's 5 1/4 by 9 1/4. Let me just check. I think that's what it is. 9 1/4 by 5 1/4. Yes. So, yes, Nancy, for like a pencil case, all of your tools, well, watch this. Here go all of my tools. And the nice thing too is your things that are a little bit sharper, maybe like your scissors or your tweezers, because that is so thick, nice quality. So that right there, I mean, I can fit a lot of stuff in there. This could also be great in a backpack or in a purse. There's just so many different things. Just a nice small little size. It does fit a lot of stuff. Yes, Carol, I will show those side by side. So let me just, and since I'm just taking everything out so we can see all the things in there. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. So, well, yes. What did you do tonight? Oh, I watched some lady try to zip a pencil pouch that she really shoved a lot of things in. Okay, there we go. So I don't know, there's probably at least 30 pens and pencils and tools in there. All right. So that as compared to, let me get an empty one of those. Hang on, I'm just gonna walk across the room so I don't have to unload that. I will kind of show all of these side by side. So this is the traveler's notebook size. That is 7 by 11 1/2. That is that new smaller size. So there's kind of a comparison if we put that right there. And top loading, side loading, not that that really matters, but all right. So next up we have Next up, we have, the Big Daddy. All right, the Big Daddy. This, Amy came to me with this and she said, listen, I think this is the next thing that we need to do. And I said, okay, sure, let's do it. This one is 14 by 14. Yes, the big guy, it's the Big Daddy. So this is 14 by 14. What makes this one really special is that it's a double zipper. So it has the top zipper, just like, you know, the ones that we love, top zipper. But then it has this front zipper. And the front zipper is a completely separate pocket than the inside zipper. So what I mean by that, let me just do, trying to think what I could pop in there, just so visually you can see. I'll just take these things. So here we go. That is inside the large pocket. And then this guy is inside the small pocket. And they are both kind of independent of each other. So it's almost like pocket on top of the big pocket. All right. So this one, very excited about. Well, all of them. These, I can't tell you. I use these for everything. I mean, they're all over my house. All of my collections are in them, and I haven't even used these two new sizes yet because, they've been here for a couple months, but I haven't used them. So anyhow, with all of the storage pouches, you can buy them one at a time, or you can buy them in a bundle of 4. And when you buy them in a bundle of 4, they're discounted. So someone just said you could put that in the front pocket, right? Your little traveler's notebook fits wonderfully in that front pocket. So there we go. Those craft storage pouches. You will find them linked in the description box of the description box of the video. You'll either find them under what's new, but there's even a link that just takes you to the storage pouches, all of those storage pouches together. All righty. Okay. Now we are going to jump into the new stamps and dies. My little tool caddy is empty. Now we're going to jump into the stamps and the dies. Let's grab them, shall we? Okay, so this is what we're looking at. We have 5 new stamps and 2 new metal die sets. First stamp is continuation of the mini icons. Let me just grab a white piece of paper here. Continuation of the mini icon stamps. Mini icon stamps, I don't know, there's probably maybe 15 now. I need to count, I guess. But the mini icon stamps are always a 3x3 stamp set. There are always 12 icons and a definition. So this new set is mini icons books. All right, so you have lots of different stacks of books, open books, books on a shelf, another view of an open book with a heart in it. But those little mini icons are definitely bigger than your bullet stamps. Okay, so these guys are, let me grab my little ruler here. These guys are, my goodness, there's magnets and all kinds of things in there. These guys are about 1/2 inch by anywhere from 1/2 inch to about 3/4 of an inch. All right, so those are the mini icons. Sarah said, I love this set, another stamp set for the new volume in my reading journal. Awesome. So little 3x3 mini icons. So that is the first of the 5 new stamp sets. Next up, we have In the Circle months. So In the Circle is a series now because we have one In the Circle, which is In the Circle, which is a really fun circle that has a die go with it, that has a die set that goes with it. But this guy is In the Circle months. So 12 circles. So one for each month. You have it kind of split in the center, where on the left side you have the initial for the month, and on the right side you have the number of the month. So J1 is for January, O10 is for October. You also have 2 solid stamps. a solid circle and a solid half circle so that you could stamp a solid and then stamp any of those months on top. Or if you wanted, you could stamp a half circle and then two different colors. You could end up with, maybe a orange on the left side for the N and then maybe like a tan on the right side for the 11. All right, so that is in the circle months. Next up, this one is probably, so Sarah, where did I get the idea to do this one? So it's interesting. I saw a logo. I saw a logo for some home design decorator. I don't even remember what it was. It was some email that I received, and their logo, I don't know, maybe had like an M, I want to say maybe an M on one side or two M's or something. And it stuck in my head and I kept kind of going back to it and I went, oh my gosh, that would be a really fun idea for a stamp set, kind of that half and half. So that's where I got the idea. That is where I got the idea. All right. I may have missed something I think I missed something in the chat. If I missed something, someone just tell me and I'll answer. All right, this is the one I think I am probably the most excited about. If I had to pick, I don't know, it's kind of like picking a favorite child. It's a little bit difficult. This is the Glimmers stamp set. So if you were with me in December, let me see, excuse my reach there. Let me look. In December, we did a list. I had spent a week with my dear friend, Sherry, and I had that somewhere, I thought. Maybe I don't have it in there anymore. Anyhow, I had spent a week with my dear friend Sherry, and while we were together, she had shared with me a concept called Glimmers. And she said, have you ever heard of this? And I'm like, Glimmers? No. And we talked about it. The whole idea behind a glimmer, it's kind of a thing that is taking the world by storm a little bit. The whole idea behind glimmers are basically moments in your everyday that maybe spark a little bit of joy or a little bit of happiness. So, like yesterday, I got a text from my ex-sister-in-law that I hadn't talked to in about 8 years. And yesterday was Jack's birthday, our older son, and she texted me and said, happy like day you became a mom day. And I was like, oh my goodness. But it was just like this little bright, unexpected moment in my day. So kind of the whole idea behind Glimmers is the more that you were kind of thinking about that and thinking about glimmers like that, the more you recognize them and the more you look for them and the more that you like appreciate them, the more that you'll start noticing them and the more they will kind of appear in your life. Just kind of a great way, especially as hard as life can be. If you can try to incorporate looking for glimmers in your life, I think it can be really powerful. I will tell you guys, this is crazy. I did that list on December 21st. So this was the list that we did that day. Of course, it wasn't using the new stamp set. Oh, this is all apart. This is totally apart. Here we go. It's all apart because for the idea book, so it's all been deconstructed. But this was the list that we did on December 21st. I will tell you guys that following Monday on the 23rd, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Oh my gosh, we need to have a Glimmer stamp set. I've never designed a stamp set so fast in my life. Literally about a half an hour, it went off to the graphic designer. The graphic designer worked on it. And the fact that in a month, less than a month, really, and over the holidays, that stamp set is now in production and here is pretty amazing. Things never go according to plan. So I have included a link in the description box of the video down below. If you're kind of interested in that whole idea of glimmers, I've included a link in the description box of the video that I shared when we first did that list to an article that I just found really powerful online. Just kind of talks a little bit about glimmers and incorporating them into your life. So whole idea behind that stamp set is you better believe this year we will be doing glimmers list because it's one of those look for the silver lining kind of thing. So in fact, we'll be doing our next one this coming Saturday when we list on the 18th. So that's a 4x6 stamp set. Your title. Did I have my little sample? Not sure where that is on this mess of a desk. These three right here, today I noticed, this week I noticed, and this month I noticed, those are sized to fit right under that space between the G and between the L and the E. So those all fit right there. So you kind of have your built-in list or your built-in stamps to kind of help you not only be thinking about your glimmers, but then documenting them too, because I think documenting is really important. And then lots of fun little words to go with them. And then a couple of like little glimmers. There's even a little glimmer bullet for to use in your list. I will tell you, I made an executive decision, oh my gosh, I want to say maybe Monday, to not have this redone because it would delay us. You're going to be extra appreciative when you're thinking of your glimmers because the word appreciate is on the stamp set twice. So when I was talking to Amy about that, I'm like, oh shoot. And she said, you know what? You can never be too appreciative. So having two appreciates is okay on your stamp set. Okay. So that is the third of our 5 new stamp sets. This one is the 2025 About Last Month stamp set. So that is the stamp set that I used as I put together the 2025 Year in Review project as part of that project kit. So you'll see that, and it is used it's used each month. And variations are used. This is actually a really easy way for you to see this. This is coming off because I had to unslip cover it in order to do all my decorating, so don't mind that. Anyhow, so there are all of the months in beautiful, bright colors. You have all 12 months. You have 2 different stamps to kind of document with, About Last Month, and then another version called Month in Review. You have the 2-digit months, 01 through 12, and I used those in some cases. Let's see, let me find one here. In some cases, oh, like this one. Here we go. So I have used the 2-digit month in that little space right there sometimes instead of just adding a die cut. And then you also have 3 years, 25, 2026, and 2027. So that stamp set is included in the in that 2025 Year in Review project kit, but it is also available a la carte. Those are always available a la carte. But even if you don't do About Last Month or Year in Review, that is a great stamp set for your months. These, I will tell you, there are some long words there, right? So if you are buying that stamp set, you want to make sure that you have a stamp block that is long enough. And of course I have one of those for you. Don't mind, it's a little bit dirty because it really got used a lot as I was designing that project. So that is a 5-inch stamping block. Just, that's now gonna bug me because it's really dirty there. Let me just fix that. All right, still dirty, but that's okay. Anyhow, clear acrylic stamping block, 5 inches wide. But the nice thing about this, so it fits all of your long words. But here's the other thing. It also fits that Year About Last Month stacked and also fits Month in Review stacked. So that was kind of designed with that in mind. So if you need a long 5-inch by 1-inch stamping block, that's a good one. That's one of mine. All right, so the very last stamp in the January release is kind of an add-on to something that I released in November. So in November, released the Poe Alpha stamp set. So Poe Alpha, a 117-piece 6x8 stamp set. So this one released in November, and you have little tiny letters, and then you have bigger letters. And with January release, now you have the large letters. Oh, don't mind that. There's a little sequin in there from when I was photographing today. So Poe Alpha large lowercase. 6x8 stamp set. There are 36 stamps on there. And you might say, well, Lael, why are there 36? There's only 26 letters in the alphabet. And I say, okay, there's 3 punctuation but still that means 33 letters. There are duplicates of some of your letters that are very frequently used in words. So you have A, E, I, O, and you have T and R. And so those are all duplicates. So just to help you a little bit more, so maybe you're not having to stamp a word and then come back and, restamp again a different letter. All right, so there we go. And that is not part of the release, but I just wanted to show you. That is November, and then this is January. The 5 stamps that I just showed you in the January release, they are available a la carte. Everything is always available a la carte, but they are also available in a bundle. So anytime you buy a bundle from me, it's discounted. So I think when you buy the bundle, it is 10%. It is marked 10% off. Now, some of you will say, but Lael, I already bought this. I already have this because I got it in the 2025 year in review. So that's not fair because I can't buy the bundle and get the discount. And I say, don't worry, I got you. It's already discounted and in the 2025 year in review project kit. So you're not, you didn't miss out. Okay, so there we go. The five new stamps in the January release. Okay, now we're gonna do a little playtime because I have a couple of other new products that I need to show you. So let me just very quickly, before we get into the dies, I want to, let me just scroll up in the chat a little bit to make sure I did not meet any, I didn't meet, make sure I didn't meet anything, make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see. Someone was talking about, I saw somebody, glimmers. I love this. Nancy said her glimmer today. She was at the hairdresser's and the florist nearby popped in with a vase full of Gerberas, Gerbera daisies. I love that. That is so sweet. I think it's just one of those mindset things that if you can sometimes change your mindset and be looking for the things like that, like, oh my goodness, I just saw a rainbow. Or, I was able to I went through oopsie, that was weird. What did I do there? I was able to get to my appointment early because that light stayed green longer for me, or, whatever it is. Sometimes just looking for the good in things. All right. Just looking. Mary J said, order number 5, please ship before I find something else. I will always accommodate you guys, always accommodating. And when I say I mean Lily and Denise, the dynamic duo shipping team. They're so good. I'm like, oh shoot, hold on. Someone just emailed me and I got to make sure because you guys are doing orders. You got to change this and fix this. And they're like, of course. They've got your back. Which brings up a good point. If you currently have a pending order, or if you have orders that haven't shipped and orders, as long as you haven't received the email with the shipping confirmation, that means that we can add to your order. Easiest thing is to just email me and let me know what you'd like to add. I can add that on the back end and send you an invoice. If you're ordering a lot of things, it's actually better if you place a second order on your own, and then when the team is shipping your order, they always check as part of their process to see if someone has more than one order, and if they do, then they will pack everything together and then refund one of the shipping. So, all right. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, I plugged in, so we are good. Shannon is one of those. Shannon, thank you. Shannon said you are amazing with an amazing team. I know, I just happen to know Shannon has 3 orders because we've been going back and forth today. Oh, Shannon, I love it. Okay, let's take a look at the dies. Even if you're like, oh, I don't really use dies, you want to watch this because these are really cool dies. These have been in the works. Well, they've been long awaited and they've been in the works for a while. So this is these 2 that I've had probably for about 2 months. We're just waiting for them, waiting for the right time, which was January. So if you've been with me a long time, you may remember this guy, the library card stamp. This was one of the very first stamps that I released, the library card stamp. And the reason I released a library card stamp, as with most of my products, they're based on necessity, right? Where I'm like, hey, you know what? I like to work with library cards a lot. And these are some of my older traveler's notebooks where I like to work with library cards. So Library Pocket, that's July of 2019. Library Pocket, library card. And when I was using library cards, I'm like, well, shoot, they're great. I love to journal on them and tuck them in the little pockets for kind of an interactive, but all those things meant for a library card are kind of getting in the way. So that's bugging me. That doesn't really work. So when I started doing stamps, I thought, well, I can make my own library card. Just like a library card, the exact same size, but it doesn't have to have all those pesky words that and columns that kind of get in the way. So that was the idea behind releasing that library card stamp. So for a while, I was using pre-made library cards and pre-made library cards and pre-made library pockets. Here's another little example. Sometimes it's just decorative and there's really nothing on it. This was from, I don't even remember. This is one of my Traveler's Notebook kits from a couple of years ago. Then when I started doing my own, I use these a lot in my travel themed Traveler's Notebooks. There we go. So this was the trip that Nick and I did to Ireland and Scotland last year. And so each little section for each different country has a little library pocket in it and a library card when I'm kind of just explaining what's going on. So for years, and I can say years because we've had those little guys, that stamp for years, people have been saying, oh my goodness, please. Okay, maybe they didn't see my, oh my goodness, maybe that was just me. Can we please have a die for the library card? And I said, really? Can't you just cut it? And then I thought, okay, Lael, don't say that. If people want a die and they'll buy the die, then you should do a die. So that is one of the two new dies. It is a library card die, and it just basically you stamp and you cut it out. So I'm going to do a little something here in a minute and just show you a little project that I made today, a mini project. And then I'm going to kind of recreate it so you can kind of see how it all works. But that is the library card die. It goes with the library card. So you can buy the library card die by itself, or if you don't have the library card stamp yet, you can buy those two together as a bundle. And when they're bundled, they are discounted. All right, so library card die meant to cut out the library card stamp. That's the first die. Second die is a library pocket. All right, library pocket. Now, this has caused a little bit of confusion. So after I had probably 4 or 5 emails this morning, I changed the product image. So the product on the image on the website has little words right there and explains kind of what's going on here. This is a library pocket die. It's called a library pocket die. It is not a die for the library card. Even though you look at that and go, well, isn't that the die for the library card? It is not. That is the pocket. This is the back of the pocket. All right, so it's the library pocket die, that 2-piece set. All right, so what I'm going to show you is what I made earlier this evening using the library card stamp and the library card die and the library pocket dies. I made this cute little library pocket and this little library card that goes in it. And I used the brand new Toddler Time collection from 49 & Market. So now that we talked about this piece right here is the back. That is the back. This piece right here is the pocket. And this guy is the die for the library card stamp. All right. So what I thought I would do, I thought I would kind of take some of the same pieces or similar pieces and just walk you through how to use that if you'd like to see. I have all 3 dies on my little magnetic stand over here. I linked this in the description of the video as well if you haven't seen me use this. This is a nice just little stand that sits right on your work surface to kind of hold all your dies as you are working. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, we'll get my little machine out here, turn it on. This is the Anna Griffin Empress Mini So all three of these dies work in the mini, and it's just smaller. It's just a smaller opening there. Really doesn't matter what kind of die cutting machine you have. You could have a manual crank. It could be really wide. It could be narrow. It could be an electronic one like this. They're all the same. It's just how much effort you have to put in to make it work. How about that? Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I've pre-cut some papers, and I cut those papers from Toddler Time. Toddler Time just came in, so I haven't had a chance to do an unboxing of it yet. We will do that, but I tell you guys, this collection is so stinking cute. It's kind of reminiscent of like a vintage Dick and Jane, kind of art, and yeah, anyhow. All right, so I cut this little guy, and I can put this on two different ways. If I put it on this way, it is a little bit too wide. It overhangs the plate. And this is how I did it the first time. And I'm like, ooh, wait a minute, that doesn't work so well. If I turn it, then it fits exactly on the plate. All right, so just kind of with your die cut machine, you probably know your die cut machine better than I do. So when you're die cutting, you're making a sandwich. Here is the bottom, there's my bottom plate. The bottom plate in a sandwich is kind of like if you're making a bologna sandwich, the plates are kind of like your bread, okay? So that's the bottom. That's my nice piece of Wonder Bread. I don't eat Wonder Bread anymore. Like when I was a little kid, bologna and Kraft Single. So that's the bread. That's the bottom plate. Then we have the magnet. So the magnetic mat, or the mat, some are magnetic, some aren't. This is kind of like your bologna, okay? So there's my bologna right there. That goes next. Then I have my, let's call this my lettuce. And then this is my cheese, my Kraft Single. So basically in my sandwich, I'm just building all the layers. This is going face down. So on the dies, if you haven't really worked with dies before, it is raised. So it's raised around the outside, and it's also raised there so that those pieces are going to kind of score and fold into themselves. All right, there we go. And I'm putting then my top plate, which is basically my top of my sandwich, my second piece of Wonder Bread. All right, so there's my stack. I'm loading that into the opening in the machine, and I'm saying run, and it's going to right through. And you kind of heard that. There's a really heavy kind of roller inside that is applying some very immense pressure that is pressing those plates together, which makes that metal die actually cut out the paper. All right, so pull that guy off. There is my pocket. So it is, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but in those little angles right here, these little angles, those pieces, these are all scored, so they're folding inward. So if I fold like that, and then I fold the other side like that, and I actually want to fold the bottom piece first, and then have those two side pieces fold in next. Now, this part is very important, okay? Very, very important. You do not want to put your adhesive here, here, and here and stick it down. If you do that, you have now made your pocket too narrow and your library card will not fit. Now, here's the other thing. You can use this pocket die for anything. It doesn't have to be a library card. So maybe you want it to be narrower, but it is not meant, if you want to use it with a library card, it is not meant for the adhesive to go there and it to stick like that. It's meant for the adhesive to go there and there and there. And then that is sticking onto the base or the back of the pocket. So there's our pocket to start. The next piece that we have is, I'll use the orange. And with the orange, the piece I am looking for, when you look at these two, you'll see one is bigger than the other. If you think about a library card needing to go inside of something, you need the smaller piece to go into the bigger one. So that's how you know which is which. So we want the bigger one because this is the base for our pocket. Do the same thing here. Now, if you pay attention to the way that you cut your paper that you are creating the base from, and how you place your die on the paper, you can actually end up with a frame. Now, I wasn't paying attention when I did that, but when I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's a great frame. I could use that for something. So you could end up with your pocket base, but you could also end up with a frame as long as you're kind of paying attention to how wide you're doing that. All right, same thing. We're building our sandwich again. And we'll put our top piece of Wonder Bread on there. Doesn't matter, like I said, doesn't matter what kind of die cutting machine you have. You could have the manual hand crank, it works just as well. They all work the same. Just how much effort that you want to basically take. Alrighty, so there is the back of my pocket. And there's my little frame now that I have left over. Bella Stella said she loves that there is a score line. Yes, that was important, right? Because it makes it really easy then for you to fold it. Crafty865 said, each time you put a die through the machine, does the top plate get imprinted or scratched? It's totally normal. It is totally normal because if you look at, you're either going to end up with your magnetic mat imprinted, or you're going to end up with your plates imprinted. The plates eventually on any die cutting machine, you have to replace them eventually because they just get so worn out by going through like so many die cuts, but I couldn't tell you how many that is. It's probably thousands. I don't know, but the plates are, they definitely are replaceable and need to be replaced after, a period of time. All right, so that is the base. And now there's the back side of my pocket. I am going to just grab some double-sided score tape. So we'll put a little bit there. Remember how I said before, we're putting it on the outside, not on the inside. If we put it on the inside, then it is going to close up our pocket and we're just going to have a narrower pocket than maybe we want. I recommend using some kind of double-sided like score tape, a little bit of stronger tape, because you want that to stay, right? Especially if you're pulling things in and out of the pocket, you want to have something that's nice and strong. Little tip that my friend Joey that works for Photoplay taught me. When you are working with double-sided tape like that, it's really sticky, right? That's what we like about it. But it's really sticky. And what we don't like about it being really sticky is that it's really sticky. So if we get it on somewhere crooked and it's crooked, then it's pretty much crooked and we've got to deal with. So deal with it. If you just reveal, I don't know, maybe a third, a quarter, up to you. You see how I've only revealed a little bit of sticky there and there and there. That makes it easy for me to kind of do this and move it around. I could never do that if I had pulled off all the backers, right? So I can kind of move this around and get it to exactly where I want it. And then press down on the parts where the adhesive has been revealed and then gently pull out those little pieces. Oopsie, sometimes you lose them. Like I just lost that little guy. Let's see if I can get him back out again. I wasn't paying attention to make sure that my little escape hatch stuck out. Okay, there we go. So now I have my cute pocket. What's fun about the pockets, obviously they're one size, but you can change them. If you needed a short pocket, then you just cut that piece off and make this piece shorter. If you wanted, you could take like a little half circle, or not a half circle. You could take a circle punch. Now, if you wanted to do this, it's recommended that you would do this before you before you did your little thing here, but before you put all that together. But you could make a little notch there so your little card can be seen. Oh gosh, J-Lo, never. Well, I shouldn't say never. J-Lo said, Lael, when will you have your own die cut machine? Never. Never, never, never. I have zero plans to do that. There's a lot of really good ones on the market. There's probably some that aren't so good either, but still work fine. So no, that would be a huge investment. A huge investment. Linda May, could the pocket flaps reach around to the back? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to deconstruct for a minute here. They most definitely could. So, look at what I do for you guys. I mean, this is just my little sample, just teasing. All right, so could we do this? Yes, we could do that there, and then that there, and then that there. So yes, that totally works as well. Okay, you could do that either way. And then that you would adhere on your piece. Okay, so next up, I stamped a library card. So with that, I would then take my smaller piece, the library card die, right? And we'll just do that same thing again. I actually stamped 4 of these. I had paper out, I had the stamp out, I had the ink out. I might as well stamp a bunch while I'm at it because I find, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I don't want to use my stamps, my dies and things like that if I have to get it all out. But if I already have it out, I might as well. If I already have it out, I might as well stamp a bunch. So I stamped like 4 or 5. All right, so same thing. We're just going to run that little guy through. Oh, Reggie's going to come in and say hello. Kelly's Creative Dreams. Good point. She said by placing a pocket sides on the front or in the back, you get a little extra room in your pocket. So you can do it either way, for sure. All right, so now put that little guy back, and there we are. There is my library card. And my library card just slides right there. Now, it's not going to want to slide in here very well because I ripped it apart. Oh my gosh, Reggie, come on, buddy. I know you wanted to say hi, but now you say hi. Did you want to do some die cutting? Can you get in your bucket, please? Get in your bucket. Come on, get in your bucket. Get in your bucket. Come on, go get in your bucket, Reg. Sorry, guys. Yeah, he wanted to say hello, right? Come on, dude, your tail's in the way. Sometimes, Linda May, sometimes we need extra room in our pockets, right? Sometimes we do. So this little guy, you can use, you don't have to put a library card in there. If you set just the pocket, that is a great little place to add journaling, to put photos in. So remember when I showed you the, in the year in review project, I showed you a little pocket I did that had photos. Right? You could do something like that in your little pocket that we just made. So the library card is kind of a bonus. All right, so what I did for this guy when I put him together, I took a piece of pattern paper from Toddler Time. So I was really looking at I was looking for a piece of paper that would give me a lot. Oh, it's this guy. So a lot of the decor was already done on my pocket for me, right? All of that. So when I did that pocket, I basically placed my die right there. So my pocket had all of that decorating on it already. I added a couple of ephemera pieces, added a rub-on top of that, and that's just a super cute little easy pocket. And then my stamped library card, I inked the edges. I stamped This Made Me Smile, and then put a little butterfly rub-on from Toddler Time on that. And there is just that cute. And really, probably what took me the longest time was figuring out what product I wanted to use on that. Carol said, what size is the library pocket? So Carol, it is, it will not fit in a 3x4 pocket page. It is very specifically made to be the size of an actual library card and actual library pocket. So let me, hang on. Let me tell you what that pocket ends up. The finished size of the pocket is 3 3/8 inches wide. The bottom part of the pocket is 3.5, and the back side of the pocket is 5.5. So basically, almost 3.5 by almost 5.5, and that is the size of an actual. Actually, I think that one's a little bit taller, maybe. And then your library card, that is standard library card, that stamp. So that is 3 1/8 by 5. Nancy said, so nice to add embellishments to the library pocket. Yeah, just to kind of, I mean, look at it really, and most of that was based on the paper that I chose, right? That design. A lot of that decorating was from the paper I chose. But even if I didn't have something like that, like I had originally started out with this guy, but something super plain, but then that's when I could start bringing in, you know, my cute little chipboard or die cuts or, you know, whatever I wanted to do with that. All right, friends. So the different bundles. I said that this is, so you can buy the stamp a la carte, and the stamp's been out for years. And then you can buy that as a bundle, the library card and the library card die. You can buy the library card die a la carte if you already have the stamp. This is another bundle, the library card die and the library pocket die. So that is a bundle. I think there's 4 different bundles. This is also a bundle. The library card stamp, the library card die, and the library pocket die. So there is Nolana. One of the design team members has already made a project with the new library card stamp, library card die. Well, stamp's been around for a while. For the library card die and the library pocket die. So if you go to any of those products, the stamp or any of the dies in the bundles on the website, you'll see a fun project that she made using that. And I bring that up because someone said something about vellum. She used a piece of vellum as her library card, and it turned out so cool. She talks in the blog post. So if you go to laelbymail.com and click on blog, you'll see it there. But she explained how she did it on vellum. She had a little bit of embossing. So she stamped, she used embossing powder. So she stamped the stamp, I think with like a gold ink, and then put gold embossing powder. I don't know. I don't really use embossing powder. So she probably stamped it with special ink and then put embossing powder and then heated it up and so forth. But it looks really cool. It looks really cool. Totally out of my realm of whatever I do. But Nancy, she didn't have to adhere it because it was her library card. It was her library card that she did the vellum. And it just slid right into her pocket. So very cool. You guys should go take a look at that. It's really fun. I am going to turn on the overhead lights. I am going to, you know what I think I might do? I think while we're at it, I am going to show you, I know he's right there, isn't that funny? We might as well do the unboxing of Toddler Time. Why don't we do that before we wrap up, since I have it all out? And since I've kind of already shown you a couple things, well, really one thing that I did with it. It is such a fun collection. When I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. All right, Reg, dude, you are really in the way. You are really, really, really in the way, buddy. He is, I don't know, I worked until about midnight last night, and so he is feeling like he needs some attention, I think, because all day I'm working. I mean, I'm here, but all day I'm working, so I think he feels like he needs a little attention. Bud, could you move off the paper? Could you move off the paper for me, please? Thank you. Let's get down. Come on, get down. Get down. Go in your bucket, okay? All right, friends. So let's take a look at Toddler Time, since we have some of it out already. I have used a couple of pieces. I've used a couple of pieces of paper from the 6x8 paper pack so far. Everything double-sided. Those are the few that you saw me use. But it's just so cute. And the nice thing, too, is it's not all, if you're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't ever use any of those little toddler kits. Well, when you look how great that one is. Just some really fun kind of B-sides that work for lots of different things. That's just darling. I mean, it's just so cute. A great plaid on the back side. 49 in Market, and of course I used as one of the patterns the cover sheet. So they made a little bit of a change to their 6x8 paper packs. I think they're 27 sheets now. So 3 sheets each of 9 different patterns, but then all double-sided as well. Super cute. Really, really cute. That's why you're seeing 3 of everything. little kids like looking up in the sky at the airplanes. Nice solid there. Some pets, dogs and kitty cats. Advertising. A nice yellow on the back. Ooh, little stars in the center of that. That's a fun one. A little orange with a blue kind of textured looking pattern on the back. Love that. That's Katie's kind of signature style. I think this is Katie's very last, Katie Perteet's very last collection with 49 Market. That is so fun with those stars. Kind of the star in the middle of the sun. Oh, there we go. That one is the back. And then that's what I used at the beginning. Okay, so that is the 6x8 paper pack. I just realized that downstairs, I don't quite have everything, so I may run downstairs in a second, just grab the last few pieces. The super popular, really fun pouches that 49 Market does. These are fabric, really nice, not quite canvas, but really nice and kind of good quality, thick, very wonderful quality zippers. And then they always have a little charm on the zipper. So they always say little 49, and that charm can, has a little lobster clasp, so you could take it off and put it on anything that you wanted. Inside these, you just have a little, I'm not sure why they do this, but you just have a little pack of enamel dots that is always inside of their little pouches. We have 2 packs of rub-ons. So I've started using, I think this one, no, one of the packs of the rub-ons that's on the floor here. Those are the blendables. Like literally everything is on the floor as I was throwing it off the desk to get ready. Blendable rub-ons. These are 6x12 and there are 3 sheets. So that is what I kind of was working from to make that little library card pocket. Another one with all those cute little kids and animals and some beautiful lace looking rub-ons. So those are the blendable rub-ons. And then we have the essentials. So the essentials rub-ons, let me just get these open. Let's get them open. April said there's a lot of cool vintage-ish lines coming out, like Peter Rabbit, Alice in Wonderland. I love the classic Pooh, I know. Winnie the Pooh went into the public domain the beginning of 2024, just like Steamboat Willie did. That's why you're starting to see lots of like classic Winnie the Pooh and paper crafting products, because it went into the public domain, which means anyone can use it. All right. I love it. So cute. These are the essentials, but look at all those little kids. They're just darling. This one will probably, I was going to say, she reminds me of the Morton Salt girl. Did you know Morton Salt is here in Utah at the Great Salt Lake? I think it's probably those two together reminded me of the little Morton Salt girl, because she has a little yellow umbrella. Anyhow, that's a really fun one. Look at, because it's really wide. And then some little words to go with it. Those are the essentials. Then we have the ephemera bits. So the ephemera bits are what a couple of the pieces that I used on top of that library pocket. So the ephemera bits is really not really icon heavy. You usually see the icons in the 49 Market collections making an appearance more in the rub-ons and in the laser cuts. So some really good size scale on some of these pieces. All right, so, oops, pretty large, right? Nice size, different shapes. That is darling, right? Look at that script alphabet. You have tickets in here, little word strips, a few icons, some banners, lots of pieces in that one. There are 95 pieces in the Toddler Time Ephemera. So with that, when you go to laelbymail.com and pull up that product, you will see kind of that photo. So you can kind of get a better, that image, so you can get a better feel for all the little pieces in that. Those are the ephemera. Then we have the wishing bubbles and baubles. So these are kind of the 49 Markets version of enamel dots. They're epoxy coated stickers. So they're nice, kind of shiny, domed, but they are on stickers as opposed to a lot of enamel dots you see are just solid, more like that. But there's our little stickers. So you have all those little fun words and little icons with those. There are 103 in that package. You have the washi tape sheets. So there are 2 washi tape sheets in this collection. So washi tape sheets, it's basically washi. They're like washi stickers. If you are familiar with a couple of years ago, 49 Market was doing washi stickers on a roll, and now these are just basically washi stickers on a sheet. So usually the way that I like to work with these is to pull off the negative. Whoopsie, there we go. So when I say the negative, see how I'm pulling that away from the sheet, and then you have your washi stickers. So I think that's much easier to get the stickers, get to the stickers that way, as opposed to, trying to go over here and just pick that little guy off. That's a little trick that makes it a little bit easier to use those guys. Whoopsie. Okay, so 2 sheets there, icons plus word strips at the bottom, and then this is a 1 full sheet. Doesn't mean that you have to use it as 1 full sheet, but you can, cut that up and use it how you want it. The nice thing about that is because it is a washi sticker, it is a little bit transparent, so you can put it on top of something or do, mixed media on top of it or whatever you want to do there. All right, so that takes us to the laser cut elements. Laser cuts, I love working with the laser cuts. Laser cuts are very different than like a typical die cut because they're cut with a laser, very intricate laser, which means you're not going to have the kind of white border around something that you would normally have. You'd normally see with a die cut. So look at this. This is a great example of how amazing and intricate the laser cut pieces are. Do you see that? That seriously looks like a piece of vintage lace because all those little holes are cut out by a laser. So with the laser cuts, you have 4 6x12 sheets. Lots of fun little stamps here. I always love the ribbons because look at that's like a little bow and it really looks like it's an actual bow, but it's just a little piece of paper. Right? Well, it's actually thicker than paper, but, it's still, you know what I mean? A little bit thicker than regular paper. Those doilies, fun little toys and clips and all kinds of great things there. Some buttons. So those are the laser cuts. The nice thing that 49 Market always does is all their packaging is also usable. All of that you can just cut apart and use it however that you would like. Are they cute, Sarah? I know Sarah says they're awesome. Okay, so I need to just do this very quickly. I need to run downstairs because I wasn't planning on showing this. There's a couple more things downstairs. Wanda said, is there a bundle on this collection? Yes-ish. So I'll be right back. Let me just run downstairs and grab the other couple of pieces and then we will talk about that. I'll be right back. I'm coming. Reggie, let's go. I'm coming. All right. These were the other 2 parts of toddler time that I did not have up here. Wanda asked if there is a big bundle. Not really. However, 49 Market has started doing this. they've started doing their own bundles, which I love. So these are packaged in one of their big 12 by 12, kind of their plastic envelopes. And in that big bundle, or in, not big bundle, because it's not a big bundle like I do. This is one of their collection bundles. It has the 12 by 12 collection pack of paper. Whoo, I'm out of breath. The laser cut elements, the essential rub-on transfer set, the washi tape set, and wishing bubble epoxy stickers. So you get a really nice cross section of product with that. I will tell you, this collection is sold really quickly. So if you see anything on the website, my website, that is out of stock, I already have a reorder that is on its way. So best bet there, if you see something that's out of stock, just click notify me or email me when available, and you will receive an email automatically when new inventory is added. All right, so that is the Toddler Time Collection bundle. And then there is Susie Comey. It is still live. Yes, we are still live. And then we have the Toddler Time Page Kit. So if you are a 12 by 12 scrapbooker and you want some beautifully designed scrapbook pages, 12 by 12 pages, you have those for you in the page kit. So the kit includes 4 exclusive pattern papers, 4 sheets of 12 by 12 laser cut elements, and 1 sheet of 12 by 12 adhesive back chipboard. So you can kind of make the 4 layouts. There are directions included on the back of the cover sheet, and there are also extra pieces included that they didn't use as they were designing the layout. So basically a layout kit. You've got all the pieces to put the layouts together as they've designed them or to create your own. Okay, one more thing I want to show you. And then 49 Market just kind of threw these, and I don't want to say threw these out there because I'm sure there was a lot of thought put into when they decided to release them because it's the start of a new year. But not specific to any particular 49 Market collection, but they have 4 new rub-on packs that are seasonal. So you have Spring Stories. There are 2 6x8 sheets, 1 each of 2 designs. So you have a 6x8 sheet there. Look how cute that is. Very, very specific. We've never seen 49 Market get kind of themey like this before. Well, themey in terms of a season, right? So spring, you've got some umbrellas. I love the quotes like that. The little bunnies, the kind of watercolor looking-ish rainbow on the back side, rain boots. And so there are 4 of those. You have spring. You have summer. So spring stories, summer stories. I just love these kind of quotes, and they're not really quotes. I guess that all says the same thing, but in different fonts and different sizes. So summer stories definitely kind of has a beachy theme to that. You have fall stories. So pretty. Fall stories. And then you have winter stories. Kind of what we're in some of us are in the middle of that right now, right? Like it's like, okay, I need winter to work on now, and then I need spring. Well, I just need them all, but spring to work on hopefully very shortly. These snowflakes are really cool. Can you see how there are like some of the snowflakes are like a book pattern behind them? Very cool. And then that's the back side. So these may be getting really low. If they're not already gone, some of these may already be gone, but don't fret. Like I said, I have a reorder. It's already on the way of Toddler Time, and then also those kind of season stories rub-ons. All right, friends. Now I'm really going to rotate the camera. I said I was going to do that. I know the yellow. You know I love the yellow. This one, so good. So good. April said she's not a yellow person, but it's growing on her. Yep, it's grown. Well, I don't know. I've very much embraced it. I can't wear it because the complexion for me is just, I think it's hard for blondes, but the complexion for me is really hard. All right. So then I just have to use it. Oh, golly, sorry. I just hot mess here. Don't worry about me. All right. Let me look at the chat, friends. Sarah, yes, if it would just splish splash more here in California. Oh my goodness, yes, you guys need it desperately. always need the rain and precipitation in California, but especially right now, right? Especially right now. So a couple of you said you cannot wait to see Vicky's new collection. I've seen some. I've seen it's very good. You just wait. It's amazing. It is so Vicky, but it's also Vicky and 49 to Market, which is what you would hope to have, right? So it's just a perfect blending of the two. You guys will be really excited. She sneaked some little interactive. If you missed it, I put it in the Lail by Mail Facebook group, I think, and she also had it all over her socials, but interactive elements. So you have like with the laser cuts, there was a little like galvanized metal like flower bucket and then little flowers that you could put in the, oh, it's good. Just you wait, it's good. And you know, of course I'll have it. Let's see. Karen said, do they carry 6x8? No room for 12x12 anymore. Karen, what are you asking about, hun? I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one you are asking about. Hi, Carla. Nice to see you. Yep, we're just wrapping up. You just wrapped up work and we're just wrapping up. Yes, the daisies in the galvanized bucket. So cute, right? So cute. All right, Karen, I'm not sure if you're there still. So just looking quickly if there's anything maybe I missed. If there was anything I missed, yes, Karen, always 6x8. So I showed the 6x8 papers at the beginning of that little, I don't know where they are. They're on the floor. I showed the 6x8 papers at the beginning of that little flip through thing, you know. Not in there. They don't do 6x8 in their collection bundle, but they do 6x8 a la carte, and I have it a la carte. All right, friends. So if you have any questions and I missed it in the chat, you can do one of two things. Leave a comment on the video when it's over, and I will get your comment and I will reply. Or go to lailbymail.com and click contact us. Fill out a little form with your question or whatever we need to chat about, and then I will respond to you that way. Everything in stock, shipping now. All the Lail by Mail products are in stock, shipping now. The Year in Review is in stock, shipping now. The instructions are done, like everything is in stock and shipping now. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier, in case you missed it, Lily and Denise have a lot of work that they are trying to get out as fast as they can in terms of shipping orders. So they're probably around 7 days right now. And that doesn't mean that your order would take that long. If you placed your Year in Review order in December, obviously that's how they start. That's how they've been shipping. So first in, first out. But if you're placing an order today, it could be up to a week, just as, you know, they're just going as fast as they can, but also wanting to make sure that they don't make any mistakes, even though they happen. All right, friends, acrylic ruler. So Shannon Hopeful, I think I used two different ones. This guy, I don't know. This guy it says Poppin'. I may have bought that one years ago at maybe like the Container Store. Okay. There's this one. This is one of mine, also clear acrylic. What's nice about this, this is marked down to 1/8 of an inch. So that's really helpful about this ruler. This one, you can't really see any of those. They're just marked, but it doesn't tell you what any of the measurements are. So that marked down to 1/8 of an inch, but it's also called a zero centering ruler. So the top is 0 through 12. The bottom, 0 starts in the center and goes 6 to the left, 6 to the right. What that is for, zero centering. Let's say on my library card here, I'm doing this in the air. So let's say on my library card, I need to know what the center of that is. So instead of measuring and figuring out what half of 3/8 is, for example, I just take my little zero centering ruler and I move it around like that until I have the same number on the right and the left. It's hard for me to do a little bit upside down here. So there we go. So it's right about that. And then that would tell me, so same number over here as over here on the bottom part of the zero centering. And then the 0 is where my center is, if that makes sense. So those come in a 12 inch and a 6 inch. These actually start out just white. So all those etchings are white because when you etch into acrylic, it turns white. But you can take your acrylic paint, and that's what I do. You just take a little bit of acrylic paint and then paint it with your finger, and then dry wipe to get all of the paint off of the surface. That makes sense. You can make your ruler whatever color you want. The zero centering ruler, that's super helpful if you are trying to find the center or something. Denise, will I do a die for the List Builders label stamp set? Oh, okay. Possibly, Denise, possibly. That one is that I've got to see, because that one's kind of retiring. There's a new, there's a newish one, not, it is new, coming out. So let me put some thought into that and see. Let's see. Oh, I know, Karen's so good about her measurements. She's smart like that. I love it. Okay, friends, I think that does it. That does it for tonight's What's New Wednesday. Looking at the calendar, we'll also do a What's New Wednesday on the 22nd of January as well, because I have I've got a couple Simple Stories collections to show, and so that's the plan. I hope you had fun tonight. I sure did. You know, anytime I'm with you guys, I always have fun. So even if we're just chatting and hanging out or listing or showing new things, whatever it is. So we are listing this Saturday, the 22nd. This the 18th. 18th Saturday, Wednesday is the 22nd. We're listing on Saturday, the 18th. We are not listing on the 25th because I am out of town. So just stay tuned, but we are listing this Saturday. All right, friends. So wonderful seeing you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye.